Let's go BU! Let's go BU!
Hello and welcome to the Bulldog Blitz, your weekly show for all the latest Butler sports action. I'm your host, Corey Stark. Great show on hand for you this week, including an interview with women's soccer coach Terry St. John. But first, we'll turn our attention to the gridiron. The Butler football team hasn't had much to talk about in the last 2 weeks. Last Saturday's game against Hanover was canceled due to damage to Hanover's football stadium caused by Hurricane Ike. It was 2 weeks ago when the Bulldogs lost to Franklin College 31-28, but it wasn't all bad news in the game. Junior wide receiver Dan Bohr was named Pioneer Football Player of the Week after his record-setting performance. Bohr caught a school record 4 touchdown passes and a career-best 10 receptions for 159 yards. His 4 touchdown catches ties a Butler single-game record set by Dave Oliver in 1974. Bohr becomes the first Bulldog since 2002 to be named Pioneer League Offensive Player of the Week. Moving to the wider lines of the Butler Bowl, the men's soccer team has been impressive so far, winning 5 of their first 7 games and currently sitting in second place in the Horizon League. The team's success is on their ability to score goals. One individual who is one of the best in that department is senior forward Frank Patano. Blitz's Mark Minner has a story. Mark?
Yeah, Corey, this guy is so impressive. You know, in the Horizon League, Patano leads the league in both goals per game and game-winning goals, and then he added 2 more goals when they took on Marshall in their most recent game. This kid's an incredible talent, and it's so easy to see why he's so well respected by the others on his team.
As you've got it, touch out.
Meet Frank Patano. This is just another day at the office for the Horizon League Player of the Week. The senior forward for the Bulldogs is off to an incredible start, leading the league with 4 goals and 8 points. But last year's team MVP is not just crediting himself for being named the Horizon League Player of the Week.
Well, personally, it's a great achievement, but it speaks volumes of our team. And without them, I can't have a successful week. If we're not playing, we're not firing on all cylinders. It's just not going to work for me. I'm not the type of player where I'm going to beat 4 defenders and score a goal. It's mostly team effort. Getting the ball in the box and just finishing off their crosses and good passes.
3 of Frank's 4 goals were game winners, and head coach Kelly Finley is not surprised with the number of goals that Frank has acquired early in the season.
He has the ability to score goals. I mean, a lot of guys don't have that. A lot of guys can play, they can beat players, they can pass, their technique's quality, they're fast and all those things, and yet they can't score. And Frank just has a knack for finding a way to get the ball in the back of the net.
Scoring goals early is one thing, but Frank knows it only gets tougher.
For me, I feel like every season, like the beginning of the year, it's a really good start, and it's just trying to keep that balance, throughout the season, and keep on that good start. Beginning of the season is when everyone's firing, and and it's most of the teams, the quality of the teams is whether you keep that going throughout the rest of the season and who fades.
After finishing just 1 win shy of first place in the league last year, Coach Finley is optimistic about this year's team.
I think with some maturity now, with Frank and Eddie being seniors and all the freshmen we started last year, now sophomores, we're expecting to win the title.
Frank has spent 4 years playing Butler soccer. The best thing to him is pretty obvious.
Just the friends, just the unity on our team, it's great. You can't get that anywhere else.
Now this Friday, the Bulldogs will kick off conference play when they head up north to take on Green Bay. Reporting from the Butler Bowl, I'm Mark Minner.
Another Bulldog earned league honors last week. Sophomore middle blocker Jaleesa Lee was named Horizon League Defensive Player of the Week for a career-best 10 block assist. The career feat was against Maryland Eastern Shore in the Buffalo Ramada Invitational. In 4 matches at the Invitational, Lee posted a team-high 26 total blocks, averaging 1.62 per set. In the final 2 matches of the tournament, she collected 12 blocks to help Butler win their 2nd tournament of the season. She currently ranks 2nd in the Horizon League with 1.15 blocks per set. Lee becomes the first Butler volleyball player to win one of the league's weekly awards. Jaleesa is just happy to help out her team.
I'm just a naturally competitive person. It can be anything. I just want to do like the best I can and be better than anyone else. So I don't want to go into a game like the feeling of losing. Like I hate that feeling when you lose and you work so hard and you have to walk off and shake everyone's hand and get a game. You know, that feeling, like you just don't want to feel that feeling, and that's just what I'm motivated by.
Off to one of their best starts, the women's volleyball team has already 2 tournament wins under their belt and an 11-2 record. The record is the best 13-game start for the team since 1997. Blitz's Doug Fredbeck gives us a look at this year's volleyball squad.
4 years removed from the last winning season, the women's volleyball team is off to a hot start. After 2 tournament wins, the team has a record of 11-2 and 1-0 in the Horizon League, having beaten rival Valparaiso in straight sets on Friday. Coach Sharon Clark attributed the team's success to 2 key reasons.
First is this group has a great work ethic. They work very hard and they have that internal motivation to push themselves. But secondly, it's chemistry, and chemistry is always important in team sports, so I think those 2 definitely have led to a lot of our success.
With a successful preseason behind them, sophomore Jaleesa Lee expects tougher competition in the Horizon League.
The play is going to be up a notch, so I'm not saying the teams we played before were bad, but it's going to be way more competitive, and so it's going to be a push. So it's going to be a dogfight.
It's been over a decade since Butler has last won a conference title, and that is the top of the priority list for the Bulldogs this year.
That's always been our goal every year. I think with every team I've ever been on, our goal is to always win conference, to always get to the next level. We have a lot of potential to do it this year, and so that's our main goal.
On the court, Dana DePrelli is not only one of the best players on the team, but also looked towards for leadership.
You know, she's proven herself to be a great leader, and she has a great demeanor about her, so she has the respect of her peers. But we definitely look to her to guide us and to keep us going in the right direction.
With experience comes preparation, and the hard work has not gone unnoticed.
Our success has always come from blocking, and we take a lot of pride in our defense and our blocking. This year, once again, that's been a big part of our play. Hitting percentage as well. We've done a lot better job with our hitting percentage this year, eliminating our errors and having really solid hits and playing smart when we're out of system.
Katie DePrelli plays a libero position, which is the designated back row player that cannot block.
She's been everything that we thought and more, so she's been a pleasant surprise for us.
Overall, with a long season ahead, the women's volleyball team has positioned themselves for a rewarding season.
Stay tuned. We'll sit down with women's soccer coach Terry St. John right here on the Bulldog Blitz.